Welcome back to What's Now. Right now, we are going to talk about education and STEM. How can you teach STEM at home? Well, we have some ideas for you right now.
Right now, we are discussing continuing STEM education at home. And here to tell us more about this important subject is educator Michael Bonner. He's going to discuss the importance of STEM education and 3M Science at Home series. Michael, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So how has the pandemic impacted learning?
It's definitely impacted learning. You miss the natural face-to-face interaction that you used to have. In fact, in December 2019, we took our sixth graders to a ski trip in Salt Lake City, Utah. So I missed the moments and the bonding and things that we used to have. And with COVID-19, obviously, you can't really be in person due to social distancing. So educators, companies, businesses, and organizations, we've been trying to figure out how can we adapt to still make sure that students are having a powerful learning experience.
And the critical need for an impact of having free learning resources like Science at Home, this means a lot for educators, parents, and students, correct?
Yes, correct. I mean, parents are trying to make sure that their students and their children are not falling behind, and right. And there's nothing like free, but especially when it's free and an amazing resource. And that is the purpose of this particular project, is to provide something substantial that anyone can use to ensure that students are still learning at a very high level.
And why is encouraging young minds to explore science and STEM more important now than ever?
Well, the scientific method and scientific exploration is based inside of just problem solving, basic problem solving, critically thinking about a subject and problem solving. If you look at the wealthiest individuals in the world, they solved a problem, right? So what we want to do is make sure that we expose our students to that framework and to that growth mindset early on so it can become a natural habit. So by the time they become an adult, they can go into any field and be effective.
So how can we promote STEM equity and diversity?
Specifically with just exposure. If you look at the STEM field, it is dominated mostly by men. And if we just take that data alone and read it, it's essentially saying that, hey, men are more smarter than their counterparts, or maybe smarter than a certain geographical location. And that's not necessarily true. So one way to overcome the lack of diversity and inclusion is to give access to communities, to different individuals, regardless of their race, ethnicity, and sexual orientation. And by doing that, it would create a bigger door for individuals who can be connected to science to actually walk through it and be effective.
So tell me more about Science at Home and how it started.
So Science at Home started in April 2020. 3M developed this program, and I love it because it is essentially an online library full of at-home experiments that you can do with your children or your students or even families together. And it is completed by 3M scientists and special guests using everyday at-home materials such as a paper towel roll or rubber bands or a tissue box. And the great thing that I love about that is it puts students and families in a position to think critically about science in a really fun and engaging way that you don't even recognize it. And it's also connected to the next generation science standards, which is implemented inside of our school systems. So when you are doing these activities, you're technically learning what they're supposed to be learning in school anyway, but just in a more relaxed and fun environment.
And what kind of videos can kids expect to see?
They can see all different types of videos. One, you can see how a balloon is blown up using a chemical reaction that they create, or you can see how to make a rubber band guitar, which is the video that I did in studying sound frequency. And that one is extremely fun, especially if they love to customize their own instruments and learn how to play to different types of music. That is different types of videos that they should be able to see and have fun with.
It does sound like a lot of fun. Where can we find more information?
Yes, they can find more information at 3M, the number 3.com/science at home. And there you'll be able to see the different resources and videos that are available to you, to your families, whether you are a supervisor, you're a parent, you're a teacher or a student. The videos are amazing, and I guarantee you'll have a great time learning more about science and keeping those critical thinking muscles going.
And Michael, what made you decide to participate in this project?
I personally, as a teacher and as a businessman, I believe in standing behind companies who are doing phenomenal things. Now, if we want to be honest, COVID-19 sort of shut down and disrupted the entire school system. Some students are going to be fine, Christine. If I'm honest, they have access to technology and resources in their community. Some students do not. And the reason why I love Science at Home is because it's offering a free solution to parents and individuals who are still trying to ensure that their child is learning, because nobody could have predicted COVID-19 and nobody can control COVID-19 right now. So this is why I stand behind 3M with this particular project, and I'm excited about it, and I can't wait for people to try it out.
Well, thank you so much, Michael, for talking with us here at Park City Television about this important topic.
All right, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for watching this episode of What's Now. Be sure to tune into Park City Television. You can find out more about our programming, everything that we're involved in through our social media, and at our website, parkcity.tv. Thanks for watching. I'm Christine Napier. We'll see you next time.